you want to see today?
Pretty much everything we've seen, all summer, all fall. Just a lot of energy, great effort. I think our 5 returners have done a really good job of kind of, leading and teaching the new group what's expected. And with that being said, the new group has just bought into the culture we're trying to build, playing hard every possession and just being tough to beat. So far, it doesn't look always pretty, but we're not having to coach effort. We haven't had to coach any of that. We've just been able to coach a lot of basketball. So excited to keep them on the court a little bit longer than we have been, and we'll see how their bodies hold up.
What was your focus this summer with them, and then the carryover into when you actually start the official practices?
Yeah, a lot of this summer was really skill development for our young kids, trying to teach them the pace of play and what's expected and how hard you got to work every single day. And then a lot of stuff on the offensive end as a team. We actually didn't touch defense until the fall, and that's very not like me. Normally we kind of let our offense try to evolve as the season goes on, but just looking at numbers, we've been pretty solid defensively. We just can't score the basketball, and so that's kind of where we shifted our focus to this summer. I don't know if we can score it yet. I know we can't guard anybody yet, but we'll get there.
How important is that to you as a coach now in your third year to have your own players on the board?
I think, first and foremost, I can go back and the kids that I coach, in year 1 and year 2, just the ones that really bought into what we were trying to build. I think it says a lot about the 5 we have, and even last year too, they just bought in, and the core that's back. But Caitlin have been with me, since year 1, and so those 4 have bought in, and just a really fun group to have lead our program. For me, really on roster, it's Madison and Jayla are the only 2 that didn't come to play for me, and those are 2 Indiana kids that I've known for a long time. So feel really, really you good, Mila. Feel really, really comfortable with our group. The best thing about 1 through 13 on our team right now is that they love Purdue and they bleed black and gold.
How much are you going to lean on some of the freshmen this year?
Well, we've got 5 returners, 200 minutes in a ball game. I would say quite a bit.
What do you need out of your freshman class this year?
The same thing they've been giving us. You walk around campus, and every life that they've touched or worked with that they've been here, they've got a good reputation. They're on study tables on time. They're no problems in the classroom so far. They work their tail off with Chaz. They great with the with our dietitian and in the training room. So everything we thought they were is exactly who they have been for us. On the court, just trusting it and trusting the process. It's I think last week we kind of started to dabble in some defensive stuff, and I think their heads kind of spinning a little bit just with how fast it's got to go. But promise them we'll never put them in a position to fail, and trust it. And I think the community here, the university will love this group, and I think it just goes down to goes back to they want Purdue to win, and they bleed black and gold, and that's what it's all about.
Giving that real persona 24 hours a day, I guess that's the only way you know how to do things, but how much does that translate to these girls buying in?
Yeah, it's not, what you see is what you get. Like, that's exactly who I am in the recruiting world. It's exactly who I am on the court. Every once in a while we get into them a little bit more. But, I think that's what life is about, really, and especially coaching in this day, like, being real and being genuine. Coaching is pure relationships. Everybody, the X's and O's, and everybody knows the game at this level. But if you can have really real, intimate relationships, with your team, and your team buys into everything you're saying, they know that I'm going to ask them to run through a brick wall, but I'm running right through there with them. Maybe not as fast. I was never really fast, but I'm right there with them every step of the way. And that's what it's all about. I go to weddings of former players, and they call me when they have the birth of their children. That's what this job is all about.
Who's your surprise player this year?
I think that's up for debate. I think there's there's a lot of people who could probably surprise. In the 5 that we have back, you know, we talked about it last year. We really need Jayla Smith to take a big step. Just losing Laisha to graduation, and the what Laisha gave us offensively, you know, we need Jayla to take a bigger step.
For you now, with this team, have the community buy into Purdue basketball again?
Yeah, I think that comes back to us. Like, we've got to win. People want to support winners. You know, there's a reason why, you know, it's sold out every game for Dave and Matt right now. You know, those groups win. So we've got to put a winning product on the floor. I think we've started to take those steps. What's up, Tan? We started to take those steps because I think we play hard and we're fun to watch. But the next step is us winning all those games. You know, if we got a couple good, solid home games in conference play, obviously, non-con. Yeah, I mean, she's done a lot for our game, obviously. But we've got to find a way to start winning those games. I think that's why you look at our non-conference schedule. I don't know, what is it, Ian? 4 of the first 5 are Power 5s, and you know, we talk about where we want to take Purdue and where we want the program to go. We can't just talk about it and not do anything about it. So here we are, and November 6th, we'll see what it's all about.
Kind of where does that confidence come from, where you look the part when you go out there?
Yeah, I think, that's just really who I am. Comfortable in my own skin. You know, I always felt like, you know, even though I didn't say it a lot when I played, I always felt like I was the best player on the floor when I played here. I know I'm not the best coach, but I have a confidence about what I'm doing and how we can lead our team. You know, I don't know, if you're gonna do something, like, just step up and own it. And if you don't, you just pretend and fake it until you figure it out, and that's really what it's about, I guess. But they should know I have that swagger.
After this season, there's 4 new programs, I think, that come in. How does that change your focus, like, on recruiting, or does it at all?
No, I think it's always going to stay the same for us. You know, just get young women in here who bleed black and gold, who want to win for Purdue, and you know, really chase young women who want to be here for 4 years, and something to be said about being in the trenches with your teammates for 3 or 4 years and having your sisters back. And I mean, that's what it was when we took over, and that's the way I feel like it's always going to be for us.